know, it just kind of happened this way. Actually, the album was supposed to be out in November, but I just took a little more time, you know, getting it right. You know, I really wanted it to be right before I put it out. So it just kind of happened in a way where everything came out in the same week, you know. So here we are. I mean, I think everybody dreams of that day because you kind of get to be a princess. You kind of get to be the queen of the day, you know what I mean? So it does have a fairy tale kind of quality to it, you know? It's funny when you run into people later on that I used to do musical theater. It's like, what are you doing now? Oh, I have my own business. I do this. And you're like, oh, my God. You know, these are people who wanted to do the same exact thing that I do. So you never know. I can't say there was one particular moment when I knew that I was going to do it. I just always felt from when I was little that that's what I wanted to do. And there was nothing else for me. I would hate to be 50 years old, 60 years old, look back and say, oh, my acting career was going really well, so I never, you know, made the album that I really wanted to make, and I never let the music that I had inside of me be shared with anyone. That would kill me. I make the kind of music I make, and I sing the way I sing, and you know, and it's not about the critics for me. It's about the fans, you know. I mean, there's always going to be people who say negative things, and there's going to be people who say positive things. You know what I mean? I just don't try to get caught up in that stuff. You know, I just try to do what I do and do it the best I can do it.
Back, you had a rift between Cameron Diaz and you. Now,
I think that, you know, there's a bunch of singers that I love. You know, I think one that I'd really like to work with, and I've said it before, is this new guy, Craig David, who I think is really special and talented. And as far as movies go, loved Gladiator, Russell Crowe. He would be great. I mean, there's tons. There's so many. I couldn't even, you know, but there's a couple for you to write about. Now. And I mean, I think the most important thing that I do is try to get rest. I'm not a partier.
Previous one from on the 6th.
Barbara Streisand and Diana Ross and, you know, people like Bette Midler, Rita Moreno, for different reasons, different movies that I love that they were in, and also because they were women that were, you know, had control of their careers and really worked hard and also sang, danced, acted, did all three, you know, and just encompassed that into one career and were able to have longevity, which I think is hard in this business. So for that reason, I look up to those women. My first tour of the United States and Canada, starting August 15th. We don't have any definite plans to travel abroad, but we, of course, aspire to. We really want to, I mean, it would be a dream for me to be able to come, you know, to all the different countries that I visited just so briefly, you know, and come and perform and meet the fans. Like, I don't get to meet the fans, you know what I mean, when we come to do the promotion stuff as much, you know.
All right, you know the song Love Don't Cost a Thing? I mean, it's about, let me just ask you, is this based on any personal experience?
I never thought about it before, you know what I mean? I never thought about it when I was coming up. Like, how would it be to be a celebrity or be, you know, a movie star or a singing star, you know. It was just about being able to do what I love to do. So now, I guess, whatever comes, I just kind of try to handle it, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, I think.